What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ferris here. In today's video, we're going to go over this live stream. We're going to talk about Bitcoin being up on the Italy turmoil that's happening, and what we can expect from that, and what financial markets are looking like right now. So I have the stream set up here. I hope it's looking good for anyone watching this after the fact it's recorded. I just got the title going up, Bitcoin up on Italy, political and financial turmoil, live crypto market update. So we're just going to wait for some people to come in and join us, but a quick overview on what's going on right now. The markets are selling off. We'll talk about European. We can see the euro's falling, so this could, what's up, Alex? How are you? Basically, cryptocurrency could be up because the euro's falling, and it could be a hedge to that besides just going into gold. Also the stock markets are down. The Nikkei's down right now quite a lot. We had that going down. We had the European markets, you can see this is the London Stock Exchange, man. So this is the London Stock Exchange. You can see it took a big nosedive. And then we have the S&P right here. This is the S&P taking a nosedive, as well as the NASDAQ. Not as big as a nosedive as the Dow Jones, though. Yeah, no problem. So crypto is up. I think it's more so the Italy turmoil. I had a stop loss, so you can see it got a little bullish here. It had a bullish engulfing candle here, and it stopped me out of my trade. You can see here I locked in $725 of profits. You guys know I was down all the way to like -25. I did leave some money on the table, like a couple $100, because I didn't expect the turmoil to really have a huge effect on crypto as a whole. So my stop was around 565, and you can see it got triggered at 567 here, right here at 567.04. So I got stopped out because I had my stop pretty high. I mean, 520 to 567 was a very big stop for myself, and I got stopped out. And, I took my profits. I got my account right back to where I wanted it. It's not the 1100 I wanted, but, you can't complain when you have profits. And when Bitcoin can do this on some political turmoil, I'm not sure exactly what's affecting the market besides Italy, but I didn't want to risk my profits. So I took my profits. When I see a good opportunity to re-enter Bitcoin, I will. I still think it's a bear market, and I still think it's a bubble. But this bullish daily candle, if it holds, should signal a sign to retest maybe 8,000. And if I could short it up there, being short on Ethereum, that would signal Ethereum maybe retesting 600 to 620, giving me a good opportunity to short it there. So you guys got to think about it. Lock in your profits. Don't get greedy. Even though you might be right in the long term, it's good to lock in profits in the short term and re-short later. So let's talk about the big news besides cryptocurrency, because we know crypto's up. Not up a ton, but it is up. This is a very bullish sign right here. When it does, bull up here and then create a new high like that, it does scare people. I decided, again, to close out my position based off the stop. It hit my stop. With the political turmoil, I don't know if Italians and Europeans are going to jump into crypto. Who knows? So I'd rather play safe than sorry. Now, again, as I was forecasting, the stock markets are doing exactly what I was forecasting. With the NASDAQ down over 60 points at the current filming of this live stream, and the S&P, if we maximize this sell here, is selling off here. And this was the start of the day right here. You can see right here is the open. We sold off, and we're near session lows. Exactly what I was predicting, based off, and it's really not even a prediction, it's based off anticipation. I've seen the market sentiment has shifted very widely. A lot of the statistics are very irrelevant when they bring them out, like the consumer index. I mean, that was from, I believe, April. Those are later dated forecasts. And I knew the markets would sell off because, Italy was having a financial crisis. We have Turkey on the brink of financial crisis, Venezuela, Argentina. And the rising interest rates are just going to start squeezing people out of these positions they have in the stock market. You got to understand, people are leveraged up to their knees in debt. Not only in the stock market, but in their normal everyday lives. I will show you guys the stats and how we can go over that. Again, you make decisions based off your own research, but I'm just showing you guys some things I found that are very concerning when approaching the markets. Again, this is the S&P. I mean, you know, we're up a ton. I mean, we're still up over 2,000 points from the '08 bottom. And, you know, the top was 1,600. I do feel like we could retest 2,100. You know, it's definitely pointing to those signs. If you guys haven't seen that already, we have the line of least resistance here, which has been the main rejection. It's taken us, I think this is week 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is week 10. Week 10, 10 weeks of rejection to regain this 1 week of downfall. That is a very concerning sign. And how I approach that is it took the Bears 1 week to regain this whole price territory, about 150 points. And the Bulls failed to, regain that territory in over 10 weeks' time. And, you know, just a basic analysis of price there that's telling you price is more than likely heading lower. So it's betting better to go on the Bears side. Now, how can you do that? There's a lot of ways. You can short stocks. I mean, Netflix today, reached an all-time high and gave back 10 points. I mean, the all-time high was 356 today and then gave back 10 points. I mean, that was a great short if you got into that. I wasn't really paying attention to it, but great short. And I think on a bounce, a great opportunity to reshort that stock if it fails to retest those highs. And you can see every time Netflix hits a high on a red day, it continues lower. I mean, here's a high on the red day, continues lower. High on the red day, continues lower. Again, high on the red day, continues lower. That's a pattern. It's a very obvious pattern here. 1, 2, third time's the charm. I expect it to hit around 320. Netflix has been a very bullish stock, but again, markets are selling off. It's a big part of the market. People start selling that off as political tensions and financial issues start to coil up again. Netflix, very great stock, but I do think it's overvalued at its current price. But again, I don't try to guess with these. I let the market tell me what it wants to tell me. And right now, it's selling off right now. So we can see that with a few other stocks like Boeing. Boeing had a nice little sell-off, failed to retest highs. Semiconductors, very strong. MU is strong. NVIDIA, still holding up, even though I think this one will eventually offer a good short. Shopify, the one I'm actually shorting, is holding up as well. I have puts against Shopify. You can see it's kind of bear flagging, failing to test or retest the highs. So we'll see what happens with Shopify. I just have 2 contracts short for about 120, and I plan to add. Now, what can you really expect with this? Well, I mean, we've triple topped here almost on the NASDAQ. We failed to, break past these highs with a strong sign of confidence. I mean, it's ever since the start of 2018, we've failed to really push through these highs with a strong sign of confidence that we will continue. Signaling a bear market could be, starting right now. And that's what I'm trying to point to. I've been pointing to this for a while. There's a lot of stocks that are very overvalued, and we'll get to that in a second. But I want to really address how these stocks become very overvalued. Time and time again, people fail to research what has happened and caused other stock bubbles. It all leads to excessive amounts of credit. When you loan and you borrow money to buy stocks, once these stocks start to fall, what do you expect these people to do? They expect to sell, causing more selling to happen, and they have to liquidate their debt-filled position, because if they don't, they'll go into debt. So you guys got to understand this, and there's a great article here that I wanted to point out here. Where is it? 5 things. European Union. There's a great article here that I wanted to point out. I don't think it might be on here. It might not have been in the news section. But they're talking about how right here. Trillions of reasons why a huge storm is looming for investors in one chart. How much credit is out there borrowed against stock portfolios? Trillions of dollars. Said in a co-written report by John Delavicio. As interest rates creep up and more portfolios have been used to finance asset purchases, a huge storm can be created if stocks and bonds take even a minor dip. As the old saying goes, you can always buy a boat, but you can't always sell one. Shedding assets when everyone else is feeling the pain leads to terrible deals for the seller. Voting that we may be reaching a tipping point. Credit balances at the NYSE, which is the New York Stock Exchange, are at historic levels, and investors are clearly gorging like pigs at the trough. So you guys got to understand this. And again, when we were talking about in the last live stream regarding Tree and their lending rates, they even stated here in this article here, if I could find it, give me a minute. Let let me look for it right here. They're talking about that credit has reached over $4 trillion. I think it was, okay, right here. So Lending Tree Consumer Debt Outlook finds Americans on pace to amass a collective $4 trillion in consumer debt, and consumer debt is credit cards. Anything that are low level balanced, with high interest rates. When interest rates are starting to creep up, which is what the Federal Reserve is doing, you have to understand these credit cards are going to amass more interest. And what I'm trying to say here, guys, is a danger could be looming. So that's what I'm trying to point out here. We've been trying to point this out for a while on these live streams, and it's happening. I mean, as I've been saying over and over again, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here. It's just I'm trying to protect people who really want to get protected, and go short. Go short. Bet against the market. I mean, the markets are failing to hit new highs. They're selling off with vigilance. A lot of stocks are really failing to really have that last bullish push. I mean, we're just seeing it. We're finally seeing Netflix reach a high, now selling off pretty strongly. They're almost 10 points off the high, which is kind of crazy here. And the last time it did the same type of pattern, it sold off some more. So it's just a good warning sign to take into account. Markets, I believe, have topped. I believe we won't hit new highs. I believe we're in for a very big bear market. Bull market's over. I mean, stocks have rallied like crazy. People were holding, and now they're going to start to sell into the summer. I'm short Shopify. I'm short AMD, long-term options. I'm actually trying to get short on a Netflix on my JAFX account and hold that once I can get a bounce. But right now we're selling off pretty heavy. The S&P is down to 2,676 points. We opened up there, about 27.29. So we're down quite a ways, about 1.55% on the day. I think this political instability is going to continue, and it's going to creep into the markets even more, with Trump not doing the North Korea summit, as well as the big news with the tariffs and the 25% tariffs, and a lot of the Japanese manufacturers like Nissan cutting back production in the United States, and credit cards, credit loans reaching an all-time high with interest rates rising is not a good sign. And I just want you guys to know that. Be aware. I'm not going to just talk about things just because I'm right and you guys follow me because I'm right. I'm just trying to help people out. So just understand that. Again, crypto could be rising on the fact that Italy is almost on a sovereign debt crisis. So again, understand that. Bitcoin's really not holding up too well. We'll see. I did close my position just because I do not want to risk my profits. It's unwise to do so. Because my profits could be used to leverage other trades in other markets. So understand that. Don't fall in love with your positions. You can see Ethereum had a very strong bounce back, and I will not test that, but I can always reshort. So I just wanted to give you guys this quick little live stream updating you guys what's going on and the financial markets abroad, as well as at home here in the United States, and the cryptocurrency markets as well. Not looking good. Not looking good for bulls. Bearish more so than not. A failure to hit highs, over the course of these past few months. I could see us retesting 2,600, and a break of 2,600 will lead to some more panic selling. And this is only Tuesday, guys. We still have a long week to go. We got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so we'll see if we can panic lower. We're at almost session lows here. So I just wanted to update everyone on the live stream. I hope you guys had a great Memorial Day. I hope everyone enjoyed their time and stayed safe out there. We are selling off because the Italian instability and their financial and political turmoil. So we'll see what happens. Oil here is testing this trend line. Is surprisingly holding. So we'll see what's going to happen. I might be reinvesting in oil here. We'll see. It's holding $65, $66 very well. So we'll see what happens here. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's going on in the financial sector with banks and the stock market as a whole. So if you guys enjoy the rest of your day, I'll catch you guys in the next live stream. See you guys later.